hope. I mean, we can only hope that we're live now. Sorry about that, everybody. We went for a minute and then it froze up on us and messed it up, and so we didn't. Oh God, what is Max doing?
That was very difficult to do.
It was all worth it for the joke, at least. We did that the first attempt at this stream, episode 113, and we thought we got to do it again. It's funny as
Well, this is
hell.
episode 114 now.
No, that's right. We count even 1 minute as a whole episode. So we so anyway, we just had some tech problem. It stopped going live after a minute, even though on our side it still said we were live. So we're just going to restart. And so, hey, everybody, welcome back to Karandrin Role Playing. My name is Kevin Manus Pennings, also known as Crack Palantir. And you are here for episode 113 of this, Brise's Tale. That's and right. As always, my good buddy Max is here to play the beautiful paladin Brise. And so Max, say hello to the lovely people again.
Hello, everybody.
And
should I go straight into the synopsis? Do you?
Yes. So we're going to go straight to the synopsis, and just give you a recap of last episode. We learned a lot of stuff about the Iron Empress and the false Iron Empress and everything that. That's up to and how she's able to do the things she's doing. So Max, take it away. Give us a recap and we will get the show on the road.
All right. You're going to make this quick. So spent most of the last episode recovering from my fumbled spell, ruined one of my tomes. What you going to do? So that happened. While we were recovering, we were visited by the Trinidas, who most people know, the little deer, fey-like creatures and their allies, the flower children. They're told us about more of the Philistan, the undead race of halflings, and the Vetch, who are continuing to mobilize, although most of their plans are carried out in secret. So we know there's a sorcerer named Chelbrick who is kind of steering them and aiding them in their goals, but we don't quite know how yet. So hopefully we'll figure out more about that soon. Back at the temple, though, on the Iron Empress, I went to bed and had a very significant dream. We dreamed of the Iron Empress again, except that it wasn't her. It was actually Volshad's dream. And the elven woman who we'd seen before in our visions of the Iron Empress, who had kind of been very secretive and obviously, we're trying not to be detected. This woman was finally able to talk with me face to face, explain that she was a manipulator of dreams of sorts, risen from the dead by Volshad and trapped inside a building in some small village on the second floor, which she cannot leave, can't even really face out the window. She seems to be stuck in place. And Volshad is using this sorceress's powers to influence other people's dreams, such as me, and trying to appeal to their desires as a figurehead of the Iron Empress, or as the Iron Empress itself revived or after all these years. So, our current plan is to try to make my way back to the keep. It's early afternoon on the 14th, and back to Miograll Keep. And then report my findings, and hopefully nothing as terrible has happened to the keep. Because oftentimes when I leave and then come back, there's a lot has changed. So we'll see.
It is one of the elements of Karandrin that I've been working on for a long time. Hey, Obi-Wan, thanks for joining us. That even while PC is active, the NPCs are also active. The world doesn't stop just because you've stopped. And so I roll for substantial events and decisions in NPC lives, at least those that are relevant to the player. And so the world feels real and it feels dynamic, and that there's also, a sense of urgency to your action or inaction, honestly. You don't have the luxury of time in Karandrin. Things will proceed apace without you. Yeah, so the big discovery that Volshad has been using this individual from long ago is to influence people's dreams comes as a big surprise, but unveils a key element to her plan, or at least through her methodology. We know that she's been asking Brise to provide information about Lady Meagral, the Goblin Noble, and so it certainly smells like there's something brewing with her influencing Volshad, influencing the neighboring nobles here in the Goblin Nation of Nargaz. So we had rolled some things up before the stream, just basically how you're feeling and what time you wake up and all that. So here we are in the middle of the day, and on June 14th in game time. So it is the height of, or it's really late spring. The thaw is well on its way. Streams are gorged with ice waters, and so now, what do you want to do, sir? I know you.
Obi-Wan says it smells like Teen Spirit.
Oh, as if I had a choice, she said. No, I love you guys. We love you too, Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
We love you too. I don't know why I take such warmth from her saying "sup, boys," but I really do. It feels very affectionate. I don't know why.
Well, I am. We agreed last episode that Brise is going to try to head south, try to hit the road west out of Balabry, and so we are going to. I think I tell all the books. Is that correct, or was there still some?
I think there's a half load left.
Oh, there's okay. So I'm going to take care of that first. We're going to try to teleport those back to the keep, and teleport to the keep with the books, right? Grab a wagon, send them back, and then we'll teleport back to the temple and continue on horseback to try to get back. So
you were talking about getting more information on the village to the northwest at some point, right? Where you suspect that this woman is being held, right?
Yes.
But
we haven't figured out how we're going to do that exactly. I know Brise could definitely show up there, right, herself. But it would look suspicious for me to explore it alone. So I was thinking of,
I was just wondering
with people at the keep first, to figure out a plan for that.
Well, and of course, you've always got your Falcon familiar.
That's right.
Nalani. And she could at least give you a layout of it.
But Volshad has seen Nalani.
Oh, that's true.
And she's pretty crafty, so I think she might notice.
You don't want to risk that.
Yeah.
Right. And the other option would be just to do a perimeter, walk the perimeter,
right.
Hidden in the woods. And that will at least give you a sense of where the entrances are and the exits are. But again, if that's not the priority now, no problem. So, all right then. So, sorry, I probably should take an allergy pill before we started. Maybe I'll do that during the break. But
we're about to teleport a bunch of dusty books, so
that's right. That's right.
Hold your breath.
So, going to get the rest of the religious texts that you were gifted,
right?
And you're going to teleport those to the keep and fetch a wagon. So you're using your adder, right? Off your water skin.
Yep.
All right, roll it up.
Gotta go. Concentrate. Take my time.
All right.
23.
That still works. It does cost you 15 exhaustion.
All right.
All right. You land exactly where you want to be.
All right.
You see a cart, covered cart. It's got a tarp over it. and there's a soldier with a spear, a goblin soldier standing by. He's smoking a pipe. He's been obviously waiting. And you emerge out of the woods, and he turns and gives you a bow, and he says, Lady Athene assured me that you would be back if you said you would be back. Word got to her of your request. So what would you have of me?
Oh, well, perfect. I have, I just point behind me. I have another load of goods to deliver back to my quarters at the keep.
And it occurs to you, hey, sticky fingers these goblins have. If he were happen to get a gratuity to make sure they all got there.
Oh, well, that's fair. And I say, make sure you make no stops along the way, and I'll give him 5 pieces of silver.
Yes, ma'am. Right away, ma'am. And he pockets it and goes. What's the over under of how many magic items Max destroys this week?
Over under.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Place
bets on how many spells I fumble.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
So and just a little mechanical detail for you in case you'd forgotten, Max. So like when you do your rounds of concentration, right? So every round past the first one gives you a +5 to the roll and a -1 to the fumble.
Right.
So it not just improves your chances of doing really well, it also decreases your chances of doing really badly.
Exactly.
So not always possible, of course, in combat and so on. So he starts loading them up, and you're just going to head in, or do you want to wait for him?
I'll wait for him to finish loading, just like keep an eye on him. And then once looks like everything's ready to go, I'll teleport back into the woods and
all right.
Tell him that I'll be back in, in a few days. I guess, I don't know how long. We thought it might be a day or two. So
yeah, I think it's going to be at least. I mean, it's going to be at least 2. I mean, it's going to be at least 2 days.
Yeah. So I say I'll be
road
back in a few days.
Yeah. And let's keep in mind too, you've not seen your fella in quite a while.
Fella, who's that?
Aldrich.
Yes.
Yeah.
True. But I did tell him it would be about 2 weeks, and it has been about.
Well, I'm not saying for his sake. I'm saying for your sake. It's been quite a while. Yeah.
Right.
You are eager. So yeah, he loads them. He takes care, and off he goes.
No.
It does occur to you, if you're going to be doing anything surreptitious, that you
remind me of. That means secretive, or
yeah.
Okay.
Anything covert, then you may consider disguises and so on. You're just so easily recognizable. Yeah. I mean, as you think back, people are starting to nod to you in town,
right?
And in respect, which not just hello, but a deeper one of respect, because they know that you're the lady from the keep,
right?
You're in a relatively you're in a large town, medium-sized town, and yet your beauty has essentially permeated all the gossip, and you're now associated with the keep.
Right.
So when you're really worried about your goings on being watched, even leaving the keep, you might need to don a disguise.
Yeah.
And now dealing with Volshad, just so if a scout sees you, right, one of her patrols sees you, at least they'll report back that they didn't see this stunningly beautiful human, right, that matches your description. So just keep all that in mind.
Yeah. Definitely, if it's like sensitive business, like we did with the Cult of the Iron Empress here in Balabry, then
right.
Yeah, handy. I think I still have a few potions of face change as well. So
All right. So um, roll it up for your teleport back.
Teleport back.
Taking your time.
Concentrating, taking time. It's gonna take some 78.
Nice. That's 9 exhaustion.
Okay. And then 59 for the aiming.
No problem. You land back at your creekside spot.
Thank goodness.
Oh, I guess you should erase a meal for lunch.
Yeah, true.
Let the horse graze and water, and let Nalani hunt some while you eat.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of walk around the grounds to see if there's marks of anything you should really be worried about. You do find a set of paw prints, but how fresh you don't know. But they're large enough to be that spiked werewolf.
Right. Which hopefully is one of Volshad's servants.
Seems absolutely certain.
Yeah.
Roll for me.
That's interesting. How is she controlling animals? Oh my gosh.
Roll for me.
90.
Dear Lord, she's good at familiars.
Oh, yeah.
Because that animal is way too big to be a familiar, so far as you have read familiar magic.
Mm-hmm.
You should be probably 15 pounds, and that animal is 150 pounds. If it's a pound, it's 150.
Mm-hmm.
So either there's some magic item augmenting that, or she has very powerful familiar magic.
Right.
Roll for me.
48.
Which suggests she could even cast spells through her familiar from a distance.
Right.
So, that familiar could be 1,000 feet away and put you to sleep.
Right.
Or, and she's safely back at her, wherever she is, miles away.
Right. Oh my God. Yeah, I need to remember that. I have a familiar, but it's kind of it's a less powerful. Yeah. Our bond is not as strong as.
Right. And not as, it doesn't have the range that the actual spells will grant you and so on. You don't have that list to learn.
No, I've come across it a few times, but I've not yet picked it up. Just, yeah. Okay. Well, let's suit up and get ready to head on out of here.
So let's talk about your state of readiness.
Yeah.
You're going to be riding your horse, probably just leading your horse, as rough as it is.
Yeah.
So
probably just have a spear in hand and guiding my horse with the other.
Right.
Double check all my equipment makes sense. So.
And so you lost your patching leather.
So I have my eel skin jerkin instead.
Right.
Which is pretty damn good on its own. So
yes. So that brings your
piercing dagger, shield of. I need to organize what I have equipped versus there it is. Target shield of sluggishness.
Yeah. So change your numbers here. All right. No. All righty. Where's your? There it is.
Also, some of these other got that climbing pick, strikes as a warmatic, wall shield, palliative chain shirt. -10 damage from each attack. Honestly, maybe I should I have this sleeve chain shirt as well. Although I don't know how I feel about chain mail. I can't remember if.
You find it extremely difficult to move in.
Yeah. So let's not do that. It's really good, but I'll keep my eelskin leather jerkin. Yeah. Just love that jerkin.
Yeah. All right. So you're heading south in the valley, working your way down. Spear and shield in hand, or just the spear?
Shield and spear, yeah.
Okay.
I do have a quick question. I have this sundial, which I almost forgot about. So it can cast level 12 Faith's obstacles, destroy illusion 3 times a day. Does destroy illusion? Can I get like the spell description? Does that I have to know it's an illusion, or
I mean, you can cast it on anything that you suspect is an illusion, but you're going to
just suspect it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it would have a considerable range at that level. That's a really powerful.
It's listed as a very hard action, so I would only use it if I'm pretty sure there is an illusion and I really do need it.
Yeah, because magic items too can be fumbled, though it's much rarer to do.
Except for Brise.
Extremely
common.
Destroy. That's I don't have those open. I was going to look up that thing here. Jeez, I haven't opened this in a long time, apparently. All right, we're going to forget doing it that way. Sorry, let me get this. Where is file open? But yeah, it probably has a range of something like probably 300 feet or something ridiculous, because it's going to cast at level 20.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So yeah, magic
item, so it casts it
at the highest 0 you find. Yeah. So yeah, oh man.
See that illusion 10 miles away? Boom, destroyed.
That's it, suckers.
The sun, I think that's an illusion.
Right.
It just goes dark. Oh my God.
That's it. It's Faith's obstacles?
Well, that's what it says, yeah. Faith's obstacles, destroy illusion.
Next. Man, I hate this new
probably one I'm gonna sell.
Yeah.
Nice. In fact, I do need to decide if any of this might. I don't know if I discussed it with Athene, but if any of the treasure I find belongs to Meagol, right? Or I probably want to give her a share of it, right?
Well, I mean, every gift that you do, right, ingratiates you. And it's true too for the guards, for any of that, right? Like, if you want to make make an impression and get influence in that place,
right?
That's a really good way to do it, and it's a good opportunity to do it now that I've forgotten his name. Now that the goblin
Echar,
now that Echar, the Gate Watch, now that his fingers are out of manipulating everyone on his staff, it's a good chance to say, hey, I'm happy to be your next patron.
Right.
So yeah, destroy illusion is 200-foot range.
Okay.
And so yeah, it's going to cast.
Load that down. Yeah.
And it's cast at level 20, and it if the illusion can attempt to resist it, it's always going to just this natural magical structure is going to try to resist being tampered with. But if it fails, the creator takes a critical. Yeah. So nice to know that you can beat people down. So
and what a dastardly thing. You see like a young wizard that's rising to power. It's just oh, here, I gift you this really hard to use magic item. Sure,
right.
Use it.
All right, so
we're in the hospital now. I'm so sorry, man.
That's right. So let's roll to make time. You're probably going to get 2 rolls here. So give me one roll right now.
That is 56.
So It's tough going. Um,